My name is Janet Malliet, and I am the Behavioral Sciences Liaison Librarian here at O'Kelly Library, Winston-Salem State University. And I'm here with Dr. Greaux this morning, and
I am delighted to be here, and we are excited about this video that we're going to be doing for our social work students, those that are in the major. And it's an opportunity for you to learn how to conduct research. The great thing about this video is that you can access it anytime, any place. And so we are looking forward to getting started and providing you with the tools that are necessary for you to produce a work. Let's get started.
okay, we are going to start with showing you how to access information on primary and secondary sources. If you bring up Winston-Salem State's homepage, you can go to the library's homepage very quickly by accessing it through either quick links, and it's right here, down here, or if you want to access it at the bottom of the page, the link is right there. And all you do is click on it. We are now at Winston-Salem State O'Kelly Library's homepage. From there, to access information on primary and secondary information, if you scroll down, you will see resources by subject. If you click on that link, and then on behavioral sciences, and again, it will bring you to the LibGuide for behavioral sciences and social work. At the bottom of this page, you will find several links to help you when you are at home, on campus, within the library, or outside in another building. And you can see right here a link for primary and secondary information. This source is short, to the point, and gives you exactly what you need, the basic information on what a primary source is. And basically, primary sources are first-hand experiences. They are original documents, the research of the professor, the doctor, whoever is doing such research, what they write and their findings. Okay? Secondary information is information printed that is hearsay. If you're in a court of law and they are listening to information, they want first-hand information to back them up.
The person that saw what took place. As opposed to if a person hears what happened, and that's that hearsay. And so often you'll hear the judge will say, you can't tell me what so-and-so said. That person has to tell me directly. So that's kind of the difference.
There is also one other link that will help you with primary and secondary sources, and that's this one from Ithaca University. It's a little bit more in depth and gives you some great information to help you. It has a table of contents. It gives you a paragraph on what exactly a primary is and a secondary, and then gives you several examples, especially what a serial is, magazines, journals, especially if they're scholarly, because that information is firsthand. Books and other materials going down the line. So if you're at home and you cannot determine what the information you have in your hand right there, if it is a primary or a secondary source. Here is your information to help you determine what exactly or how exactly you should use that information.
Another example, if in our class we were talking about the Protestant Reformation, and we were talking about the 95 Theses of Luther, where he was going against the Catholic Church. And so it's one thing for you to read someone's account of Luther and what he said versus going directly to that document and reading for yourself. Another example would be, it's one thing to read a commentary for a book of the Bible, which is someone's understanding of what they're reading, versus going directly to that book yourself and reading it for yourself. Those are the differences.
We are now going to search the library's catalog and sources to start our research. The first place I would want to start from the library's homepage would be to go to the physical items within the library, books and DVDs. I am going to leave this on keyword, but you can see you have many different links here and how to search. You can search by subject, author, title, and again, keyword. The person I'm going to search for to show you this example is Arnold Auerbach. I want to make sure I spell that right. And I'm just going to enter. And you can see I came up with 2 items. That's wonderful. And if you click on the item, it will give you a little information about that book. This one is a book. And you can see it can be found in stacks. It's available, and here's the call number. Call number is going to take you directly to the item. It is broken down, and there is a bookmark that you can find within the library at the circulation desk or the reference desk, and it's going to show you where the items are physically located. This call number is HD 31 A819 1994. 1994 is the year it was published. HD IC is located on the 3rd floor east wing. So now you just need to go to the 3rd floor and find your item. So that is how you find a book. I'm going to go back to the library's homepage. I've found a physical item. Now I want to search for some more information on Arnold Auerbach. I'm going to again go to resources and look in the Behavioral Sciences LibGuide again. And you can see here there's many different research databases that you have access to. Because I'm looking for a social worker, I'm going to start out at the National Association of Social Workers. Their pioneers are listed alphabetically, and since we're Auerbach in the A's, I'm going to look in there and see his name right there and click on that link. From there, I'm going to read his information. I'm going to save it, print it, send it to myself, whatever I have to do to have this information. But it's a great place to start because it's giving me the basics. It tells me where he taught, what organizations he was involved with, his highlights of his career, and I see that he was involved in the American Society on Aging, Association of Gerontology. He began his career, it shows me down here, in the New York City Home Relief Bureau, Department of Welfare, when he was born, and it also, at the bottom, is giving me some information on awards he won, where he taught, and some handy links. Not all the time are you going to run across these links, but definitely use them since they are here. And since he taught at the Southern Illinois University, I'm going to click on that link and see what other information I can get from here. And there is a lot. It gives me his writings, newspaper clippings, correspondence. That is a great place to start.
Yes, that is wonderful, because you have the newspaper clippings, you have conference information, all of that, so you're going to have some primary sources that are in there.
Very lucky to have this link. Again, like I said, they're not always there. I'm going to go back. If I did not have this links, but it's still telling me where he worked and what he was involved with. You could, at that point, contact the University of Illinois, and I'm sure they would be happy to help you research him and give you any type of information they had on him.
And Janet, wouldn't you say that's the nature of research, where you just have to keep digging?
Yes, definitely. Until you get what exactly you want. You know that information is going to be out there somewhere. So go for where you can get it. So this was a great resource right there. From there, I need more resources than just, let's say I was given 3, 4 from there. I probably would want to come up with several more. Do they typically have a limit on there?
Yes, they should.
Okay. I am going to also click on NC Live and do a search on Arnold Auerbach. You might try another resource. For this example, I'm going to take you to NC Live. Now I will type in his last name and see what we come up here. A lot. You can see there is 119,000. There's no way anyone can read that, and undoubtedly not all of that would have to do with what our research is about. So I need to whittle this down a little, and I'm going to do that by clicking on full search, because all the items I bring back, I want to have access to them. I also want scholarly, peer-reviewed articles. And you can see we have dropped down to half of what we did have. It's at 58 now. That's still way too much to read. If I was doing other research, I might limit the year to the past 10 years, but because of the nature of this research, I'm going to leave that as it is. Something back in 1867 might be important to this person. But I do want to click on academic journals. We're down to 50,000. Now we're whittling it down a little bit, piece by piece, not quite as many coming off. I want to limit it to anything I can read, which will be English. 1,000, we came down 1,000. That's still not enough. So I will now go to the advanced search and put in Arnold's first name and see what happens there. We're down to 8,000. That helped a lot. I also know that Arnold's middle initial is J. I got that from the National Association of Social Work's website. When we brought up his name, I saw that his middle name started with a J. I'm going to try that. A couple thousand. When I'm doing research, if I have a phrase, 2 words that go together, 3 words, I will put a quotation marks around them, and the reason I do that is because right now, without the quotation marks, the computer is searching for the words Arnold and Arbach, and those words could be in any part of that document. It doesn't look for them in order. When I put the quotation marks around them, now it will only look for Arnold J. Arbach in my journals that I'm going to bring up. Let's see what happens when I do that. And I have 9 articles.
Wow.
That's a lot more feasible.
Wow.
A lot easier to go through 9 articles than it is to go through thousands. From there, click on your article, read the abstract, if it has an abstract, and that one does not. But if you click on the PDF, let's hope it does there. This paragraph at the top, that should be the basic information of what your whole article is about. Usually it will say abstract. This one does not, but now you have your article. You can read it. If you're still in your search mode and you have several articles to find, you believe that this article is going to be great for your research, save it, send it to yourself, do whatever you have to make sure you can find it again or have it, and then keep going with your research. We're going to go back. Whoops, there we go.
Now, what if you click on it and it denies you access?
If it denies you access, then take down the information that you do have. Contact me, we'll do a search, see if we can find it somewhere. If Winston-Salem State does not have access to that journal, we can contact other area libraries, see if they do, And if they do not, we can also try to interlibrary loan it. And that information to do that is at the circulation desk. All you do is fill out a sheet of paper. They will try and find that from another library and have it faxed or mailed to us. Typically, interlibrary loaning is free. Sometimes it does cost. If it costs, they will inform you prior to requesting it to make sure what you want, if you want to pay for it or if you want to say no, and we can do some searching and see if, again, we might have access any other place.
Okay, great, thank you.
If you have any questions on that, please feel free to contact me. I am in room 138 in the library. My door is always open when I'm here, and I'd be glad to help you. We are now going to learn how to access information on APA style. When you are doing your research within your paper, and at the end, your reference page will contain citations, and those citations do need to be in APA style. The Bible for APA is the 6th edition publication manual. Either you own this or the library contains several issues of it. You can find it at the circulation desk. You can find it in reference. You can also find it in stacks. So there are many copies of this book here within the library. But if you're at home and you do not have the book in front of you, and you need some information on what to put within your research paper, from the library's homepage, again, if we click on the LibGuide Resources by Subject, we're going to Behavioral Sciences, and again, this LibGuide contains a lot of information to help you if you're at home, someplace else, not within the library, or if you are in the library on the 3rd floor doing your research, you can access this information. And you can see there are several links on information on APA style, one being a sample page of your reference. I'm very visual, and this helps me. There are other sample pages you can access to help you that are set up exactly like it should be. But the important thing to remember, if you still have questions when you're looking or things don't quite match up with how the APA is set up, if a comma is in a different place, a capital letter is in a different place, please remember to go to the manual or ask your professor. So again, that is the LibGuide for Behavioral Sciences, and you have several links to help you there.
Now the link that I like is the APA style or citation style right up here. APA citation style, click on that one.
Okay.
Because I think that's your summary of information that you put together.
I think it's 4 pages of information.
Yes.
If it does not come up for you though, like it did not this time, come to my office and get the information. I have the sheet. It is a short synopsis of what is needed on each page in your paper, from your title page to your reference page. And it's very easily set up to read and understand.
And I do want to put in a plug for the Writing Center,
Oh, yes.
because they are really good. Oh, there it is.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So you can see the title page, what's expected. Your header should be no more than 50 characters. Again, if you do come up with something beyond that, ask Dr. Greaux and have her approve that. General information, your abstract, introduction, it's all right there. Also, at the bottom is my contact information. If you have questions, call me or stop in again.